Hi guys, welcome back to another edition of the Weekly Arc News with me, Pratyay Banerjee, where we bring the top 5 most interesting news of the past week to all of you. So without any further ado, let's dive right into the news. The world's tallest prefabricated and pre-finished construction to be built in Singapore. ADDP Architects has unveiled its Avenue South Residences project in Singapore, the world's tallest prefabricated pre-finished residential construction. Scheduled for completion in 2026, the two 56-story towers sit amidst 5 historically preserved buildings on one of Singapore's most verdant avenues. Designed by Singapore-based ADDP Architects, the project pays homage to the heritage of the city while introducing futuristic and ecologically conscious modern housing. Featuring the most advanced approach to sustainable PPVC construction, the Avenue South Residences has had 80% of each module created off-site, only requiring stacking and joining on the construction field. Characterized by simple and sharp lines, the towers hold pockets of sky terraces, breaking down the scale of the high-rises and creating a visual connection to nature. Generating an urban public park, the complex is a gateway to the adjacent rail corridor network. Moreover, ADDP Architects integrated the existing preserved buildings into the Green Connectors concept, encouraging the use of sustainable modes of transportation. Regarding the energy efficiency of the development, the north-south orientation of the high-rises optimizes solar exposure and airflow. Forming a backdrop of the 4-story conserved blocks, the towers are placed in a way to maximize its green footprint. Grey brick and yellow polycarbonate contrast to create striking Peckham Primary School. Cottrell and Vermeulen architecture has combined grey bricks with bright yellow polycarbonate to create a distinctive identity for Bellenden Primary School in Peckham, South London. Built on an island site bounded by housing, the architecture studio wrapped the school in a grey brick wall that is punctuated with entrances, windows and portholes. Co-founder of the architectural firm, Richard Cottrell, said, "Our aim was to make a new local primary school that provided a generous learning environment inside and out and captured the context of Peckham." Bright yellow polycarbonate panels on the first floor were added to draw attention to the building. These yellow panels were combined with red lettering and a single red panel to create a colorful identity for the school. A covered play area was created at the end of the classroom block where the first floor extends and is supported by columns. Smaller spaces dedicated to outdoor learning have been placed between the school buildings and the boundary wall. Behind the facades, they planned the school as a series of courtyards and terraces to maximize the potential for play. Some of the first floor classrooms open out onto dedicated learning terraces, while a larger terrace for quiet play is accessed by a stair from the central courtyard. Frankie Papa's threads skinny house through South African forest. Architecture collective Frankie Papa's has hidden the 3.3 meter wide House of the Big Ark within the Bushveld Nature Reserve in the north of South Africa. The unusual form of the skinny house is a direct result of its unique location within a nature reserve, surrounded by forest and alongside sandstone cliffs. Frankie Papa's designed the house so that it would be enveloped by the surrounding forest and sit within the canopies of the existing trees. The house's long, thin shape was determined by the location of the trees so that not even one tree had to be felled during its construction. The existing trees completely determine the house form. The 3.3 meter wide central space is as thin a building as possible with the required programs, and this enabled them to thread the building through the treescape. All of the main living spaces are arranged linearly within a 3.3 meter wide section that consists of 2 timber bridges. These bridges are supported on piers constructed from rough stock brick chosen to resemble the very nearby sandstone cliffs. A lounge area is contained with the first brick support and a dining area on the first bridge connecting to a kitchen in the second bridge element. The fireplace at the end of the building is the culmination of the house's spatial sequence and sits about 4 meters above the forest floor. Overall, Frankie Papa's believes that the home is respectful of the unique site where it was built. Studio Gang completes twisting Mira Tower in San Francisco. The interiors of the Studio Gang's Mira residential building have been revealed in these new photographs as the project is finished in San Francisco. Photos capture the interiors and exteriors of the 40-story apartment complex, whose facade is formed by twisting rectangular columns punctured with windows. Balconies are nestled within the spirals and scale the tower with glass railings. Studio Gang, which has an office in the city, designed the 400-foot-high structure for developer Tishman Speyer in the Mission Bay neighborhood. The twisted and curved windows that form the exterior of Mira are intended to be a reinterpretation of the city's bay windows. Inside, they offer views of San Francisco Bay and the Bay Bridge that connects to Oakland. Structural pillars have angular shapes with 8 or 6 sides. Mira has 392 apartment units as 2 and 3 bedroom condominiums. In the photos, we can see that the apartments have white walls, wood floors, white counters, and dark wood kitchen cabinets. Shop architects reveal Botswana Innovation Hub nearing completion in Gaborone. US studio Shop Architects and local studio Newton Smith have released a set of photos showing their innovation hub and HIV research laboratory almost complete in Gaborone, Botswana. The overall design of the building was also a nod towards the sand dunes of Botswana. Being built on the outskirts of Botswana's capital city near the Kalahari Desert, the three-fingered block will house offices and laboratories for several government departments as well as space for international and local technology companies. Shop Architects and Newton Smith divided the building into 3 long blocks that are connected by connecting arms that create a series of courtyard spaces. The central tallest block, which reaches 4 stories and is stepped down to 2, will contain the majority of the Innovation Hub's shared amenities, including a 250-seat auditorium and bar. The main occupant will be the country's Ministry of Health, which will create a 4,650 square meter HIV research lab in collaboration with US universities Baylor, Harvard, and the University of Pennsylvania. The 2-story southern block will contain offices along with a business school. Well, that's all we have for this edition of the Weekly Archi News. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, comment down below, and share this with your friends. I'll meet you guys next week for another edition of the Weekly Archi News. Till then, peace out.